Okay, guys, this is a sad one. What is this? Okay, so the YouTube channel name is Mental Health Treatment. This is Autism, 1960s Assessment and Treatment. I do like going back and watching these older videos on these supposed mental conditions because you guys can get a feel for the absolute corrupt and disgusting nature of how they even come about, and how it even started, calling these things disorders. Again, the only reason it's called a mental disorder is because we refuse to follow their orders. This is a very disgusting video. It's 6 minutes long. I'm not sure how much we'll get into, but you'll see.
It's just that you gotta always... This youngster, Michael Joe, is a 6-year-old who presents a fairly characteristic picture of the symbiotic psychotic. His father is a professional man described as detached and obsessional. The mother is a borderline psychotic with little ability to relate to the youngster. Michael Joe represents a more...
Huh? I can touch it.
Go play the monkey ball.
We can later.
So this kid, like, just the whole scenario, they got him in a cold, hard-floored room with nothing in there. I mean, look at it. It's what the hell do they even have him in? And then this weirdo, this guy's a real freaking weirdo, man. And then, of course, the cameraman. And this kid's just like, I want to go play on the fucking monkey bars. Leave me alone. And see, you can tell they've had him, God knows how many times this poor kid's been inside this room because he's so familiar with what, you know, they're getting ready to do. And it's just them studying him like he's a fucking monkey.
Play monkey ball.
You heard what I said about it.
Play monkey ball. Play monkey ball. Play monkey ball.
We can later.
Play monkey ball.
We can later.
Play monkey ball.
You and I, and maybe Archie, too.
See, he's like telling the guy what he's going to do. You can tell, like, he's, you know, he's not trying to cause trouble. He's just afraid. You can tell this kid is afraid. Like, he has been trained. Like, these cocksuckers have been, you know, they tell him no. Constantly.
The first thing you think about is tearing it.
Do you hear that? The kid said, I'm going to grab a book. And the guy goes, the first thing you think about is tearing it. So he's reinforcing behavior on this poor kid.
You can touch.
Do you see how he grabbed that and looked at the guy? Because he already knows that this guy is going to freak out. Watch.
Don't pull, but you can touch.
Don't pull. See, like, he already knows, like, all these rules. And it's funny how, you know, he was going to grab a book, and the guy said, well, you just want to tear it when you grab books. So then he goes over to the wire, and he says, you know, I want to touch it. But then he goes, but don't pull. Then the kid goes, don't pull on it. Because he was trying to show him, I know your fucking rules, you know. You don't have to sit here and tell me. I know. I'm not an idiot. They're treating this kid like an idiot because he's hyperactive, because he doesn't want to be in a cold, hard room alone with this freak.
Yeah? What'd they say about not pulling?
Not pulling.
Right. Okay, you touched it. Come on.
I touched it.
Look. Okay, you touched it. Come on, let's go. Come on. Your time for touching's over.
This whole room looks a little different, doesn't it? There's kind of funny special things here. You can touch it, you already have. No, Mike. Mike, remember what happens when I say no.
Remember what happens when I say no? Oh, God. I can only imagine. But, you know, this kid is just, he doesn't want to be there. What are they doing? This is sick, guys. This is how they came up with calling these things disorders.
I always mean no.
You know what this kid needs? He needs a hug. He needs attention. He needs some adult figure who's going to just accept him for how he is and let him be a child instead of put him in a cold fucking room and study him like a goddamn animal.
I always mean no when I say no. Come on out here. I know this room is all strange and kind of scary today.
Why is the room all strange and kind of scary today? Like, this is such a creepy video, guys. This is really creeps me out.
Touch it. Touch it.
What did I say the rules were about touching?
Touch it.
Hmm?
Touch it.
This room is all different and scary, and there's that man with that big camera there,
I
huh?
want to touch the camera.
You already have.
Look at him. Look at him. Why is that guy trying to stop him? Like, this is so strange, guys. This is not good. This is autism, 1960s assessment and treatment. You think it's changed today? It hasn't changed today. You guys, if you haven't, you need to go watch my videos on how the DSM came about. The DSM that prescribes and assesses these disorders. And then how over the years they've broadened the definitions of what these orders encompass. And now they can pretty much prescribe this to any kid that refuses to listen to stupid shit and can't sit still. And they give them toxic medications, guys, that leave lesions on their brain after long-term use. Not only does it do that, but in short-term use, it turns them into brain-dead zombies. Compliant, obedient zombies.
No, I'm just saying it lots of times, and just yelling it won't make me let you. Come on, Mike.
Look, that kid just is so confused. He's like, why? What am I doing here?
I want to touch it.
You already have.
Touch it.
You already have, silly.
I want to touch it.
Yeah, you already did.
Want to touch it.
Come on. What should we do?
Touch it.
You already did that.
Touch it.
No more.
Touch it.
No more now.
Touch it.
I mean, this is crazy. Like, how retarded is this creep to sit there? I mean, just let him touch it. That's all. Don't you understand? Everything you tell him no interests him, because that's our natural human reaction to things. We are very interested in things, especially when we're told no. Well, why?
Remember? Just saying things like and just yelling things doesn't. Who told you that?
They want to pull plug out.
Someone said better not pull the plug out?
Plug out.
Well, let's put
Isn't that crazy? Like, this kid's repeating what he's been told. He said, better not pull the plug out. Like, people have been mean to this motherfucker. And that's how we are with our children. That's why, guys, you got to be aware. We're supposed to protect our children and give them a safe space. We're not supposed to be authoritarian, dictating tyrants that just want compliance. This is disgusting.
put it down, Mike.
No.
Mike, let's put it down.
No.
Why does he have to put it down?
No.
Okay.
Want to.
You got scared.
You goddamn right he got scared. You're a freaking giant. He doesn't know what you're going to do to him. He knows you're freaking out because he's touching things. That's one of his 5 senses, guys. Touch is one of his 5 senses. He's just hypersensitive, that's all. It's that simple.
Are you going to pound it back up now?
And I'm just going to stop there. It goes on for another 2.5 minutes, but it says the treatment of this symbiotic psychotic child is concerned primarily with helping the youngster increase his already present ego skills and develop new ones. And then you'll see her, this freaking dumbass here. It's just so sad, guys. They call them mental disorders because we refuse to follow their orders. Why is that? Because the human biological system was never meant to be contained like a freaking caged rat. And that is the issue. That is the issue, is our environment. The issue is not inside this boy's head. His head is running just fine. The issue is this environment. The issue is this abusive adult, this non-critical thinking minion that just wants compliance and thinks that there's something wrong with this poor boy because he won't listen like she does. It's disgusting.